Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elite Talk, episode number 5. The experience celebrates 2 years. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Elite Talk episode number 5. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to discuss AEW Dynamite. We're also going to be discussing Rampage as well. So get ready for the streams, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for another episode of Elite Talk here on the Hardcore Sports Network, Philly Sports Network, and all networks in between because we're coming at you right now.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Elite Talk. Elite Talk episode number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the streams. Welcome to all points in between. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing AEW Dynamite. We're going to give you our final thoughts on AEW Dynamite. We're also going to be discussing Rampage as well. We're also going to be discussing Double or Nothing. We're also going to be discussing some debuts that are happening next week in AEW as well. So we got a lot to discuss. We have a lot to talk about. My co-pilot Tyler should be here very shortly, and he will pop it into the streams, and we're going to discuss the Elite Talk, and we're going to get this party started. But let's just talk about Dynamite for a second. I thought Dynamite was great. I thought Dynamite was absolutely fabulous last week. What we got out of it, the anarchy in the arena match. Now, as I said before, I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not like violence, if you don't like blood, if you don't like guts, this is not going to be a match for you. This match is going to be absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Jake Cargill gets in the ring with Ty Valkyrie, as I said, as I called it, a rematch for the TBS Championship, and that's happening a double. We're going to discuss that later on in the show. A lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening. Christian challenged Wardlow to the TNT title ladder match, a double or nothing. That's happening. Well, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff came out of last week's Dynamite. Um, one thing I'm going to expound upon here, and that is with Wardlow. I don't want to see Wardlow lose the TNT title. I don't want to see that happening. I'm going to say right now, Christian's going to give him a fight, but I don't think in the end, I think Wardlow should retain, and retain he should, and I think I won't settle for anything less. I don't like playing hot potato with the titles, as I said before. Um, as I mentioned it on my show this past Thursday night, my second anniversary show. I said before, and I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen, I do not like playing hot potato with titles. It just devalues the whole title and the history, and of course the prestige that surrounds the title. So I gave you my thoughts on that. And if you want to see the second anniversary of the wrestling experience, I suggest that you log on to my channel, and of course, You can be part of history. You can look on the Philly Sports Network. That show was absolutely phenomenal. I had a good time. I want to again thank Tyler. I want to thank again Mitch Kosky for popping in, and of course Jeffrey Turner. All of you guys did a phenomenal job this past Thursday night on the show. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for helping me celebrate my second anniversary. It was a lot of fun. But getting back to um, Dynamite for a second. Um, the matches were great. The matches were great. I enjoyed the matches. I enjoyed the nuances. I liked the Orange Cassidy Darby Allen match. I thought that was highly entertaining. Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. Who could ever say something about Big Bill? Um, he he needs a new change though. Big Bill needs. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about all of you, but I think Big Bill needs a change here. I think he needs a change, and I think his name or something needs to change here. But something needs to come. No, something needs a changing here for Big Bill. I don't like that name, Big Bill. I really don't. Not a fan of it. Um, I prefer I prefer Morrissey or something of that nature. Something of that nature needs to happen here, and that's something that I think that should happen wholeheartedly. Um. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. I digress. But the match was okay. The match was fine. I enjoyed the chemistry in the ring. I enjoyed that everybody had, that they did their part and they did it well. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's that's how I feel about it. That's how I felt about the whole thing. So, how did you all feel about the match itself? I thought the match was fine. Um, so just give me 1 second, folks. I apologize. I'm trying to bring up my computer. Um, all right. So, I'm sorry. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Um, so anyway, Orange Cassidy. How fun is Orange Cassidy? How fun is he? How fun is Orange Cassidy? I don't understand how everybody. I don't understand why everybody hates on Orange Cassidy. I don't understand it. The guy is entertaining. The guy is fun to be around in the ring. I don't understand it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around um, everybody not liking Orange Cassidy. Um, so, um, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the awkward silence. I'm trying to see if my co-pilot, Tyler, is available to come on in here to the streams. But um, he is. I don't know if he's available today. Um, so, anyway, so, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just send a message to Tyler and see if he's available today. I'm not sure if he's available today, but we will continue with the show, ladies and gentlemen. And I do apologize for the awkward silence. Um, Trying to do multitask and do things at once. So, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin and Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. Good match. Great stuff in the ring. Love the chemistry. Love everything. Sammy Guevara's segment was also good. Sammy Guevara was also great. I enjoyed the great segment that he put on Dynamite. I thought that was great. Um, I thought that was that was equally as good as anything else. Um, he claims that he wants to win the AEW title, and Sarah Hopkins, how are you? I thought that the match was good. I like Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, and I like Darby did at the end of the match, kind of letting MJF know he's coming for. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Sarah. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Um, I think he's hilarious. Yeah, I again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I love me some Orange Cassidy. I love me some Orange Cassidy. I think Orange Cassidy is great. I think he's entertaining. He's athletic. And I don't know why anybody don't like him. I really don't. I really don't understand why nobody likes him. But I like me some Orange Cassidy. I think he's great. Um, Dr. Brent Baker, hold on. You must do this on my show. It is Dr. Brent Baker, DMD. Yeah. And they took on and Brent's partner, Akato Ashita, Ruby Storm and Tony Soho. The match was great. The match was fine. I had no issues with the match whatsoever. I really didn't. Great chemistry in the ring, great nuance, great everything else in the ring. Um, yeah, but the one thing that I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I want to know is what is the end game here with this outcast? What is it leading up to? What is the mission statement? What is something that we could just expound upon here? What are we looking at here? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know what the end game is here. And that is the question. That is a $1 million question. Is what is the end game here? Like what are you doing with these ladies? I mean, booking them in matches, yeah, that's fine. But then what are you doing with them? Like what feud are they gonna go at? Well, one thing is that did come out of this match is that Tony Storm is going to be going after the AEW Women's Title, and she's going to take on Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing. I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with it because she has pinned she has pinned people. She has pinned um, 5 different times. So I don't have any issues with it. I don't. She's been winning her matches. So Tony Storm gets rewarded, and she goes on to take on Hayter at Double or Nothing. I again, like I said, I had no issues with the match. The only thing is, like I said, I want to know the end game with these ladies, and I want to know the mission statement, and that's what I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So, but it is going to be. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a good little match for Jamie Hayter. Hayter right now is hurt, and let's see. I don't honestly. It seems like they're just to cause trouble and be. Yeah, I agree with that, Sarah. Um, I, yeah, but what I understand. Well, but here's the thing that I don't understand. Here's the thing that I don't get. Um, I want to know exactly what is their modus operandi. If you want me to be very clear and be honest with you, I want to know what their modus operandi is, and that is something that I want to know. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Like, what is your modus operandi? Like, what is your end game here? What's your goal? What's your mission statement? What are you doing? That is something that I want to know. What do you, who do you think should win in that match? Well, Sarah, um, if 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 Hater, to answer your question, Sarah, if Hater, if Hater is well enough and she is capable enough of holding and retaining the title, and she's healthy enough, then yes, I would say give her the retainment. But if she's to the point where she cannot, she doesn't feel you know, in her struts right now that she's too injured to continue to carry the belt around, then Tony Storm would be your new AEW Women's Title holder. And again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I don't have any issues with that. Flip of the coin here. Oh, absolutely. It's kind of like they don't have any direction. Yeah, they don't have a direction, and that is something that I want to know in this whole scenario. I want to know exactly. I want to know exactly what their mission statement is and what is their direction. What direction are we going to go in? What kind of feuds are you going to book them in? What kind of direction? Because you don't want to have a faction. Hold on 1 second. And ladies and gentlemen, my co-pilot Tyler is here. So let's bring him on the screen. Let's add him to the screen.
Bro, I forgot what day it was.
That's all right, Tyler. That is all right. That is all right, my friend. Welcome aboard Elite Talk episode number 5, ladies and gentlemen. And Sarah says, "Hi, Tyler." Sarah,
Hi,
how are
what's
you?
up?
Sarah, you're such a loyal soldier. Thank you so much for your questions and your comments each and every time we do these shows. It is great. Um, I was in the middle of discussing, Tyler, the Outcast and what direction are they going? Because I'm kind of concerned, and this is what my concern is, Tyler. I don't like when something gets put together as such as a faction, and then all of a sudden you have no direction for them. That is something that is not a good thing, and that's not a good look. So my question is, what is this modus operandi, and what actually is the direction of these ladies? Now I understand Wednesday night. I understand that Wednesday night we got Hayter and we got Tony Storm for the women's title at Double or Nothing. But going forward indeed, what is the direction for these ladies? Because we don't have one.
See, that's my problem. And as soon as they announced this match for Double or Nothing between Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, I'm thinking, oh no. Oh no. Because I wasn't expecting a one-on-one feud. This is not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a title match to come out of this. I was expecting blood and guts. But now we're getting a one-on-one feud between Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm. That's where it became directionless. They had a clear, concise direction leading up to this, and now you throw a curveball, so to speak. You throw this curveball, but you throw this curveball, and it's Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm for the title.
Well, they
And now
rewarded
you're
her.
telling and now you're telling me that this whole clear thing, it was supposed. Here's what people were saying this was gonna be. This was gonna be Team AEW, Team Outsiders. That was what it was gonna be. Team Outcast versus Team AEW. You have Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, DMD. You got her in here. Now you got Hikaru Shida in here. Yeah, they don't have a fourth member. They could have easily brought in a fourth member to join the Outcast, a fourth member to join Team Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter.
Right.
You could have easily made this a 4-on-4 blood and guts match. Hell, even do a 3-on-3 blood and guts match for all I care. They were booking this as faction warfare for the longest time. And here we are having a one-on-one title match. This makes no sense. And this
Yeah.
is where the directionless part comes in. You book it to seem a certain way, and then you throw a curveball. That's where the directionless part comes in. That's what confuses us.
Yeah, well, and as I said before, I think we did mention this on my second anniversary show. The reason why Tony Storm got this title match is because she won her last 5 matches in a row. So that made her
Big whoop,
that,
though. That's the thing. That's the thing. Big whoop, though. Yeah, she got the 4 out of 5 pinfalls, but you should have made collectively. You should have collectively made the Outcast strong. And then you could have collectively also made Britt Baker's faction or Jamie Hayter's faction. She's the head honcho. She's champ. Made her faction strong. But what do? You do this whole 4 out of 5 pinfall thing. This whole stat where she wins via pinfall 4 out of 5 times, so she gets a title shot. Now it's a one-on-one feud. When it was when they were booking this for months now, faction warfare. That's what's confusing people. That's why everybody's saying that it's directionless, because it is. Because now you throw, like I said, and I'm gonna reiterate, you throw this curveball, and no one knows what's happening anymore with this faction.
No, it is true. I agree with Sarah's point. You know that is a weak reason to give someone a title shot.
Super weak.
I agree. I mean I agree, Sarah.
That
It
is
is
the
a weak.
weakest way to book a #1 contender. Oh, it's
Right,
because she got 4 out of 5 pinfalls in her feud. What?
right, right,
She didn't
right.
even pin the champion at least once. She pinned other people.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, this is what I mean, Tyler. I don't
That's
understand the
so dumb.
reasoning behind. What were you saying, Tyler? I'm sorry.
I said, "Oh my god, that's so dumb."
I know. I mean, it's just it doesn't make any sense to me. But this
It
is the
doesn't.
way Tony Khan. This is the way Tony Khan believes and thinks, and I just I don't know. I just find that kind of lame. Um,
This is why I think the whole ranking system should die. This is the reason why I think the whole record system should die. It's because it's pointless. Oh, you can't get a title shot unless you pin somebody in a feud that's closely aligned with the champion 4 out of 5 times. Like, come on.
I just here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I've said this a million and one times. You have to have, you have to have some kind of like organization system when it comes to your number one contenders, because we need to know exactly why are they number one contenders, and if you don't explain that, then how's the audience supposed to invest in all of these people and these number one contenders if you don't have no organizational skills? You need something, you need something here to explain, like why is this person getting a title shot over this person? And that is something that needs to be expounded upon here.
Yeah,
I
not
don't know,
not
I
just
don't know
for
about you, but
yeah, just give us some more elaborate reasoning as to why this person is getting a title shot instead of having, oh, she won matches, she got the pinfall 4 out of 5 times. That's dumb.
right, yeah,
That you
yeah,
gave us a dumb reason as to why she's getting a title shot.
right, exactly. So I don't buy none of it. Um, I I don't I don't get it, and I don't think I'll ever will. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way Mr. Khan did it.
Yeah.
Um, um, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, getting back to the match. I thought the match was okay. I thought the match was fine for what it was. I'm not gonna say this was a classic or anything like that. I'm not gonna say none of that. The match was fine. Match was okay. What we got out of it? Okay, we have a women's title match. Um, okay, cool. O- Okay, all right. Match was made. Match was done. Match is in the books. And now we're gonna get it next Sunday night at Double or Nothing. Okay. Let's talk about this one. Chris Jericho and Roderick Strong. Falls count anywhere. Now, let me explain something to you all. Somebody asked me on Twitter. I cannot believe people are still asking me about this, and I'm shocked because a real wrestling fan would know. A real wrestling fan would know what a false count anywhere is. So I'm going to explain to you again. I'm going to explain to you for the last time. If you know what a gimmick match, ladies and gentlemen, is something where they add a little spice to the feud and everything else in between, and it's so volatile, the two combatants in the ring that they need to have a stipulation. And this stipulation is a false count anywhere. Now, again, like I said, I'm gonna alliterate to you all what a false count is for the last time. I'm not gonna say it again. A false count anywhere match, ladies and gentlemen, it goes all over the place. The match goes all over the place. False count anywhere. It could count in the men's room, the ladies' room, the concession stand, the parking lot, behind the arena, underneath a truck, in the grass, in this. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's what a false count anywhere match is. I thought the match was great. I thought the match was fine. I had no issues with this match whatsoever. And what we got out of it and what happened last night on Rampage was nothing short of sensational. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about that later. Um, Jericho and Strong put on a good match. It was good. I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was, man. It was a great match, and
What
I
did you
love the
what
way
did
it
you think?
ended.
What did you think, Tyler?
I thought the match was good. I thought the match was good. I also like the ending where uh Adam Cole was like, "You think I can't enter the building, but it doesn't mean I can end up in the front of it and see. If I see you outside, it's on site." And as soon as he saw Jericho, it was on between him and Adam Cole, with Adam Cole and him, and the way that ended, you know, Adam Cole did his stuff, and then Roderick Strong got that win.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Great storytelling at the end there. I had no issues with that at all. But great match.
When Strong tried to score the pinfall, and Jericho responded by suplexing him through the table in the arena concourse. I thought at that point that the match was over right then and there. But no, Roderick Strong is tough like $2 steak, ladies and gentlemen. He's tough. Um, Again, like I said before, the match was great. The match was fantastic. I had no issues with, like Tyler brilliantly said, I had no issues with the match whatsoever. Um, Good stuff. Roderick wins thanks to Adam Cole. And could this be a reformation of a faction that was in NXT? And I think you know who I'm talking. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Uh,
the problem that I have there is that Bobby Fish isn't with the company, and he floundered in Impact, so he's out of that company too. So he's been working indies. I don't know if he'll be back in AEW because he is getting older and he's on the downturn of his career.
right, right.
And
But
it's not the good and it's not the good downturn because no company really wants him anymore.
right.
But
But
and
that
also
doesn't mean.
Kyle
Go ahead,
O'Reilly's
Tyler.
hurt. Kyle O'Reilly's hurt
Right,
still, so I don't know about that. But we're getting half of that faction. We're getting Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. So at least we
right.
have that. At least we have that. But the match itself, again, great match, no complaints, and yeah.
I I mean I again, like I said before, I'll say it again.
Would they maybe?
Um,
Sarah does ask. Would they maybe bring Bobby Fish back as a surprise? I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
because of his age. Because of his age, I'm not sure
I'm not
at
sure.
this
I'm
because
not. I'm
even Impact didn't want him. They used him for like 1 week and then he was done. After that, his contract was up in January. He left. He's working the indie scene. No company has really called him to come back. Not not AEW. So I'm really not sure. I hope I
well.
hope I hope he gets signed somewhere because he deserves it. He's a great talent to have on a roster. So if AEW does come calling, hopefully he does come back because that would be cool to see the Undisputed Elite be formed again, but Undisputed Era be formed again, but in AEW. That'd be a cool moment to see. But I'm not sure where AEW lies with this guy or where
Well,
he lies with AEW.
here's the thing. If you don't know what to do with him, and you could either use him as a manager, you could use him as a writer, you could use him as a booker. I mean, he knows wrestling. He knows wrestling. I mean, heck, I mean, if you really wanted to really tap into his potential, you could have him and Brian be the head writer, and he could be the co-writer of Collision. I mean I mean the two of them come together and create a great show like Collision. I mean, who's gonna sneeze at that?
No,
Who would
no one's
argue
gonna be
with?
bothered. Yeah, no one's gonna be bothered by that. If you don't know what the hell to do with him, why'd you even sign him?
Right,
That's why I got on Imp. That's why I'm gonna get on Impact here. You sign this guy, you use him for a promo for a week, and then you don't use him on TV. You don't use
right,
him on a pay. You don't use him ever,
right,
and, and you don't even have him backstage doing anything. He's sitting at home
right,
because you don't. Oh, we don't got nothing for you this week. We don't have anything for you this week. We don't have anything for you this month, this year. That's an issue. That was an
right.
even WWE had something to do with him before he left.
Yeah,
They
and
used him better than Impact did.
yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. But I think Tony Khan has something here, something special here. And if I was Tony Khan, I would sit down with him and I'd say to him, look, listen, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue to wrestle? Do you want to retire? And then I can give you this opportunity to work with Daniel Bryan and then write Collision. Because I'll tell you this much. If they come together, this is just my fantasy. This is just what I'm thinking. If they came together, if you put him with Brian and they both wrote Collision, and they came up with something spectacular where the ratings go through the roof, I wouldn't sneeze at him saying, "Okay, I'm done with wrestling. I like doing this." I don't have any issues with it. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
any issues with it. None. Him and Brian could come up with something great for the show. They could do something fresh, something innovative for the show to keep the fans hopping, and I wouldn't have no issues with it. None.
No, no.
You just have to sit down, talk to him, and figure out what he wants to do and how you're going to book him. And that's the end of the story. Um so let's talk about this next one here. Jack Perry took on Roosh. The match was fine. The match was great. I love Roosh. I think he's very physical. He's very hard hitting. The nuances that he had in the ring that was great. And I love me some Jack Perry. I love Jungle Boy. Just I am a big fan of Jungle Boy. Love him. Love it. Love what he does in the ring. He was busted open in this match. He was busted open, and leading up to the Four Pillars Fatal Four Way match next Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good showing for him, and he won the match. He won not without a scar though, as Roosh left him, left him bloody and battered. But Tyler, what did you think? What did you think of the
I feel
match?
like the blood. I feel like the blood spot in the blade spot there gave him a slight edge, like an edginess to him that he's been missing, and which is why no one really took him too serious, was because he wasn't bleeding as much and he wasn't having that slight edge to him. Um, and it gives him that, okay, you can bust me open, you can make me bleed, you can make me better, but I'm gonna come at you, and I'm gonna fight back.
Right.
And that's that type of edge that character really needs.
Well,
He has that
absolutely.
he has that sympathetic babyface vibe to him, where
Mm,
he can get rocked in a match, and he just comes back fighting back, and he wins a match. That's what kind of happened here. He got rocked, he got
mm-hmm.
bloodied, but he says, "You know what? I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna beat this guy." And he did,
Right. And he
beating
did.
Roosh. He ended up beating Roosh, and he got a huge pop because of it.
Right.
And it gave him that edge, you know, to his character. It gave him some
Right.
depth to his character, and I like that.
Again, like I said before, I'll say it again, and I'll expound upon this. You are absolutely right, Tyler. I have no. I'm not going to argue with that point. I read that was brilliant by you, by the way. I like that assessment.
Yeah,
The match was fine. The match was great.
yeah.
The match was. Now let me ask you something, Tyler. On a scale of 1 to 10, here's a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, what level would you give the entertainment value to?
I'm giving this a 10. I thoroughly enjoyed the match.
Okay.
Like, thoroughly. Like, you see, like, there's moments where I'm like, ooh, ooh, and and like,
Yeah,
wincing in
yeah,
pain
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
And you see Jungle Boy come back, and I'm getting hyped over it. And that's what you want. That is exactly what you want from matches. You want to be
Right.
thoroughly into it. You want to wince at the painful looking spots, and you want to cheer on the babyface when he comes back in matches. So it was great.
Yeah. I agree with the assessment, and I'm on the same wavelength as you. This was a 10 in the entertainment level. This was a great match. It was. Now, would you? I guess we would categorize this as a banger. Uh,
Yes,
yeah.
certified
Certif-
banger.
certified banger.
Yeah, and I have to agree with Sarah here. They have been working on this since that feud with Christian, with that casket match, or that casket match with Christian.
Right.
They've been working on that edgy part of his character since then,
Right.
and they've been killing it with that edgy part of his character.
Yeah, and I like it.
I like it too. I
I
like it
like
too.
it.
And our buddy here says, Daddy Magic approves."
No. Oh, Jeffrey, you're not doing that again, Jeffrey. You're not making me do that again. No, Jeffrey, not today. Not today. Not on Elite Talk, Jeffrey. No, not today. Don't you dare.
He wants to bring some edge to the show. What do you mean?
We already are edgy. Me and Tyler are edgy people. No, don't you dare. We bring the heat here at Elite Talk. Don't you dare.
Bring the heat here. Oh, Daddy Magic makes his appearance.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, ladies and
Y'all, y'all,
gentlemen.
y'all are ganging up on us now. I don't know how to feel about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know how to feel about that,
Shit,
Tyler.
what you
I
doing,
think
man?
we, I think you better pile drive somebody. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
I tell you what. I won't power drive anybody here.
Oh, okay.
I won't talk some trash back. I ain't power driving anybody.
Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen. My co-pilot will trash talk you instead. Okay. Well, anyway, ladies and
Listen here. We
gentlemen.
ain't talking about that in this. Leave that at the door. Leave that at the door.
Right.
But
When you come on this stage, ladies and gentlemen, in this show, you better have the correct change. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we digress. Um. Anyway, let's talk about
50
this.
bucks admission. 50
Uh,
bucks admission.
right.
You're giving us $5 jokes.
Right. um. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this next one. Ricky Starks took on Jay White. The match was okay. Now, the end did not justify the means here. I didn't like the ending to this match. I really didn't. I it was a disqualification. Um,
I feel like they had to do that because of Double or Nothing. They were gonna have a rematch at Double or
right,
Nothing.
right, and
I feel like they had to do that. So I wasn't really mad at the finish.
right. Yeah, I guess you were right. I was kind of upset though because I
Yes, in
he
this segment, in this little segment, we're talking about Ricky Starks. The Revolution is always televised
right.
for that, bro.
Right, exactly, Jeffrey. Thank you very much. And
Yeah, and
Jeffrey,
I
hit
have to
that like
agree. It should
button.
have been
Thank
safe.
you.
It should have been safe for Double or Nothing. I don't know why they did this match on a
Yeah,
Dynamite 2 weeks before the
right,
pay per view.
right,
So
exactly.
I
I'm sorry,
and but
Tyler. Go
they
ahead.
did and for me they kind of knew. Oh man, we messed up. So let's just make a finish on the fly. That's going to lead us to Double or Nothing, where we have a rematch.
Right, but
And and yeah, I could see your point where it was terrible because they did it did seem like it was on the fly. Like, oh no, we messed up booking this match for Dynamite 2 weeks before the pay per view. So
right,
let's just make it a DQ finish to where we can have the rematch Double or Nothing. Oh man, we can book this match still. Let's just make
right,
a wonky finish to where we can lead it to Double or Nothing.
right. Um, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think that should have happened here. And let me see if you agree with this, Tyler. I wouldn't have had a match here. What I would have done was a confrontation,
You know
and
what I would have
then
done? You know what I would have done?
what you
Um,
would have done?
you would have done a confrontation, but I would do you one better here. If you're gonna have a
Okay,
match between Ricky Starks and Jay White on Dynamite, have a tag team match. He's aligned with Rock Hard, Juice
right,
Robinson.
right.
That left me a nasty taste in my mouth saying that. He's with Juice Robinson. He's with Juice Robinson, right? He's tagging with Juice Robinson
Okay,
and make it a tag team match.
right. Well,
Give
yeah,
Ricky Starks give Ricky Starks a partner. Make it a tag team match, and then have the match Double or Nothing.
right,
Have have your little confrontation that you want for this week's Dynamite.
right,
Have a promo. Have them talk trash to each other in the ring.
right.
Lead it to Double or Nothing. Hell, if
I
you
mean,
wanted a confrontation, give it a contract signing.
right. Either one of
Usually
those.
contract signings usually contract signings are, reserved for title matches, but having a
Right,
nice little change of pace. They did the same thing for Jericho and Ricky Starks for Revolution.
right,
Had a contract signing kind of. Oh, I signed the papers. You sign it back. Have the same thing for this.
right. Yeah, and Jeffrey said He does have a partner in Sean Spears.
That's
Yeah,
exactly, and that's why he should have had a tag. He should have had a tag team match.
right,
Have Ricky Starks and Sean Spears pinned up against Juice Robinson and Jay White.
right.
You could have had that, but
And
you
then
didn't.
what?
You had a
Right.
one-on-one match that should have been saved for Double or Nothing.
And I agree with it. I agree with it. I totally agree with it. Um. Okay. Uh. I agree with. I agree with everyone's assessment here. I agree with the assessment. And I think that the tag match should have worked. But here's the thing: if you were gonna do the tag match, I wouldn't have had Ricky Stark pin White. I would have had him pin Robinson and save that for Double or Nothing. You know,
Or
that's
yeah,
what.
you could have definitely you could have definitely done the tag match at Double or Nothing, but I would have rather
No.
had.
No, that's not what I mean. What I
No,
mean.
I was answering the comment. I was answering the comment.
Okay, okay.
I would have had the tag match at Double or Nothing, but I would rather have the tag match on Dynamite. If you're
Oh,
going to
okay,
do a one-on-one,
okay.
if you're going to do a one-on-one match between uh Ricky Starks and Jay White, I would have had that at Double or Nothing. And yeah, you could say Jay White and you know you could have saved that match for All In,
Mhm.
sure. But honestly, I honestly would have probably done. I honestly wouldn't have I wouldn't have done what AEW did and integrated this Jay White thing until the build up of All In began.
Right.
They kind of rushed. If they were going to do that, they kind of rushed it. I kind of would have wanted Juice Robinson and Sean and Ricky Starks to just keep going with their feud, and then before the All In, and then after Double or Nothing, into the build up of All In, integrated Jay White into this.
Right.
That's what I would have done. But honestly, I think they would have. I think now they're thinking bigger for that. They're thinking bigger. But
I
I don't know what they're doing with this. I really don't.
I don't know what the end game is here. I don't know what the
Yeah,
mission statement is.
no
And
one does, man.
no, we don't know what the mission statement is here, ladies and gentlemen. But what I do know is that these two are on a collision course, Double or Nothing, and I'm looking forward to the match next Sunday. I think it's going to be fantastic. Um, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're up to the last part of Dynamite, which is the Don Callis segment. And I'll tell you this much. I'll say this to this effect here, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, yes, we got half of an answer. We had half of a bagel with less cream cheese on it. So we don't have the full bagel with the cream cheese and the coffee. We don't have that yet. But Don Callis did explain. He did explain some things that why he turned on Kenny Omega. But it does leave you with more. It does leave you with more. And we hope that he will expound upon more of this information. But what we got out of this segment, ladies and gentlemen, was nothing short of sensational. Anarchies in the match. I mean, this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
This is
but
going. Go ahead, Tyler. I'm sorry.
let me finish your analogy with the bagel. No, we got the full bagel with the cream cheese, but AEW decided, nah, you don't want this. Took away the bagel after we ate half of it. Gave us a whole goddamn steak.
Yeah,
Here, have this,
yeah.
and that's what we
Uh,
got.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And we got the AA1 steak sauce, ladies and gentlemen, along with the The garlic sautéed onions, and that they put all of that on the steak, ladies and gentlemen, and they gave it to us to eat. And ladies and gentlemen, the anarchy in the rules match that is going to be fantastic.
And like
Um,
we said, on AEW Dynamite watch along this week, and on the second anniversary show, if you're queasy, if you don't like blood, don't watch this
this ain't
match.
this is not for you.
This is the match for you.
You just not. This is not for you. This is not for you because I said before Thursday night. I'm glad you brought that up, Tyler. Um, I I said this on the show Thursday night on my second anniversary. So, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can watch the encore presentation anytime, any place, anywhere here on my channel, um, and all channels in between. But if if you are squeamish about this match, this is not for you. This ain't for you. And I said before, and I said this to somebody on Twitter. This match is not going to be tame. This is not going to be tame. They're not watering this match down. They are not. So if you're looking for some PG era kind of a show, this is not the match. This is not. This is they take the ratings way out of the match. You're going to hear cursing. You're going to hear somebody get screaming in pain.
Um, wait a minute. Oh man, you mean Mr. Orgasmic's gonna be out? God dang.
Isaiah Cassie might not be cleared for double or nothing since he has a neck injury. Well,
So
yeah,
he ain't gonna be able to do the Moan Manning the Moan call and double or
yeah.
nothing. Dang, man. All
This
right.
match was still. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Again, that is
it's
gonna
going
it's
to
gonna
steal. Yeah, it's gonna steal the show.
it's gonna steal a lot. Trust me.
That's why I was making jokes. That's why I was making jokes. I'm not hating on
Yeah.
it. I'm not hating on
Right.
it. It's funny.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
It's over in my eyes. It's just funny. But
Right.
I'm like, dang, he ain't gonna do it this week because he's hurt.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. That was dynamite. That
But
was
yeah,
dynamite.
again though, if you're queasy though, if you're queasy, if you don't like blood, if you don't like that ultra violence, don't watch the anarchy in the arena match.
No, it
Don't
won't be. It
watch
won't
it.
be. It won't be good, ladies and gentlemen. It won't be
No,
good. It won't be
no.
good.
Even if even
Um,
if even if the buildup was for a no, pair up Daddy Magic with Isaiah Cassidy, and that would be money. I'm telling you that right now. That'd be money. I have an
um,
honest question for you, gentlemen. What is it?
what is it,
What's
Sarah?
your question? What's your
What's your
question?
question, Sarah?
Ask
We
away.
can ask away. Um, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was dynamite. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move over to Rampage. Rampage last night, ladies and gentlemen, had some bullet points in it, and we're just gonna go through the bullet points.
Right.
First of all, Ty Valkyrie and Jade have a rematch, and thank goodness that they did. I called this. I said that they were going to have a rematch, and yes, they are going to have a rematch.
For the love of
Um,
God, for the love of all things holy, get that title off of Jade.
yes, please, enough already. Enough. It has run its course. Jade has to lose this match. Jade has to lose this match. It is
And
time.
and if you notice too, half of the wins Jade got were against jobbers. Half of
Right.
her wins were against jobbers. 2 second
Exactly.
wins against jobbers. That's like an NFL team winning the Super Bowl because they beat all of the bottom of the barrel teams to
Right.
get there,
Right.
and then beating a bottom of the barrel team to win the dang thing.
Right. Let me just say something here, and I'll say this again. the winless streak has to come to an end. It is time. It is time that Jade drops the title. We've had
Yeah,
fun with it.
it's gotten stale. It's gotten
Yes.
stale. Yeah, she's improved in the ring. Her mic skills are pretty good, but it's time for her to drop the damn title. You've had like 50 something wins. I think it's 60 something wins now with no
Something like
losses.
that.
It's got to be. You got to end it. It's over.
Yeah, it is over. It's over. And I'm gonna say this. I'll say this again. Um, I I think at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a new
And I have to
title.
agree here. I have to agree here.
Right.
She's it's the same promo week after week after week. I'm that bitch. I'm this. I'm
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And I'm gonna
Yeah. How many times can we?
cut the shit, Tony, every
Right.
week
Right.
for a year and a half, and she still has the damn title. Her matches are against jobbers. They last 2 seconds,
I mean, it's just enough.
and it's getting boring. It's getting boring.
Yeah, it is. It's boring. It's boring its course. It's running its course, ladies and gentlemen. And it's time we have a change.
And to answer your question, what matches would we recommend? Anarchy in the Arena. Um,
Uh,
I don't
is
know
that
about her
Sarah's
getting worse.
question?
I don't know. I think Anarchy in the Arena, the work, the Blood and Guts matches that we had in
Right.
AEW, uh, the any Brody Lee matches,
I'll
you could
tell you
definitely
this.
watch that.
Right.
Um,
I'll tell you this much, Sarah. I'm sorry to cut you off, Tyler. Um
no, they're good.
um I
The Four
yeah
Pillars match is going to be good.
yeah the Four Pillars match would be good. But you know something, Sarah, if you really want a really good match, a very classic wrestling match, you need to watch Revolution and you need to watch the 60-man Iron Man match. That was absolutely phenomenal.
And if you want some great storytelling, that match freaking has it.
Yeah, that match was phenomenal.
Also, back to the Jade thing. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think she's
back to
getting
Jade.
worse. I don't think she's getting worse.
No, I don't think
Um,
she's getting
she
worse. No,
hasn't.
I disagree with
She
that.
hasn't gotten any. She hasn't gotten any better.
No,
She's
but
gotten
it's the same.
progressive.
But it's the
For
same thing.
for
Like,
me, for me, it's just rehash after rehash after rehash of the
right,
same promos against different women. Half of her wins are against jobbers. They haven't given her anything of note,
right.
and her title reign is just mind-numbingly boring
Yeah, exactly.
because of all this.
I'm not gonna agree. I'm not gonna argue with that fact. Um, I just want to let everybody know we have I have a programming note for you all. Next week, Elite Talk will be seen at six.
That's the thing, and that's the thing. I don't. That's why I'm saying she's not gotten worse, but she's also not getting better. But
Okay.
she's stale. Yeah, she's stale. But
Yeah, she is.
that's because of AW's booking. Because
Right.
they keep booking her as a champ. They keep going with this whole "I'm that bitch, I'm this, I'm that." It's the
Right.
same thing for the last like year and a half. It's stupid.
And again, like I said before, I'm going to predict this right now. Valkyrie needs to be the new champion, and it should happen at Double or Nothing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think she's going. Like I said, she's not going backwards. She's kind of just stopped in the middle of the road. She's just
Right.
there,
Right.
and she's not even being booked on Dynamite. She's only being booked on Rampage now because no one cares to see her. That's how
Right.
bad it's gotten. And yeah, you can say she
Right.
got worse because of that, but to me, I don't think she's gotten worse or better. She's just there at this point. No one really cares anymore. So it's
Right.
like it's to the point where it's like, what can you do? What can you do? She's just she needs to drop the belt.
Exactly.
So
Um. Um. So that was one thing. Let me just make this programming note, ladies and gentlemen. Next Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, Elite Talk will be seen at 6 p.m. immediately following the Night of Champions. So, if you are looking for us at 4 o'clock next Saturday, no, we are going to be moving that show over to 6 p.m. And me and Tyler will return next Saturday with Elite Talk number 6. So Elite Talk number 6 will be available for you next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time, immediately following the Night of Champions, as the road to Double or Nothing and the road to the Night of Champions continues. Now, ladies and
oh
gentlemen, let's talk
no,
about.
wait a minute. Oh no, it's not just you. I've never been high on her either. I've started to
I
get high on her within like, a few months. Like I was starting to get high on her, and then she just didn't get any better.
no, she no, she didn't,
And then it was
and
just, then it was just months of waiting and waiting. Is she going to get better in the ring? And she did get slightly better, but then again, I'm thinking, how can I tell about this when half of her matches are against jobbers?
right.
Like,
Um, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we digress.
but
Um,
anyway, yeah, Elite Talk will be at 6 o'clock
yeah,
next week.
6 o'clock. Next 6 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday night. Join me and Tyler as we entertain you Saturday night. So we got a lot of wrestling going on. We're going to be on the air with Night of Champions at 12:40, and then, ladies and gentlemen, and then as soon as the Night of Champions is done and in the books, then we will roll over to Elite Talk, and that'll happen next Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time. And then this Monday night we return with the Raw Watch Along. So don't forget the Raw Watch Along Go Home show will happen this Monday night. And of course, we are all going to be back on the screen together. Me, Tyler, and of course, Jeffrey, we all will return this Monday night with the Raw Watch Along. So please watch us, because if Raw is not entertaining or if it's lackluster, well, then we will entertain you the best way we can each and every Monday night. But let's talk about this next thing, this next bullet point, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Adam Cole. Adam Cole appeared on Rampage and he challenged Chris Jericho to an unsanctioned match at Double or Nothing. The match is going to be a banger.
I'm
Mhm.
telling you right now, it's gonna be. There's a lot of hardcore matches. If you look at it, there's a lot of hardcore matches gonna be in this show. A lot. You got Anarchy at the Arena. No telling what else is gonna be on the card. That's gonna be a hardcore match. But we've got two of them already. That's two. Two's a lot in my opinion to have two hardcore matches on one show. Uh, Now we got this unsanctioned match, which means anything goes. It ain't going in the record books. They could do whatever the hell they want, and it's gonna be a hell of so much fun to see that.
It's gonna be fun because this is and
And we
again,
all
like,
and we also got the ladder match, which is already a
yeah,
hardcore match with
yeah, that's a
ladders.
right, exactly. I'll tell you something. Yeah, Tony Khan is really booking these matches
And
with
and
the
and
heart.
also too. So the four pillars match is going to be DQ because it's
Right,
a fatal four-way match. So there's no
right.
DQ on
The
that.
DQ is it, right. Essentially, no DQ. Right. You know,
This is basically going to be like an ECW type pay-per-view where it's like every match is like hardcore.
yeah. I mean, if I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this, and I'll say this again. If you are a hardcore wrestling fan, and you like these matches where there are no rules and these matches are for you. These matches are made for you. They are tailor made for you. I have no issues with none of these matches whatsoever. You know why? Because I like these kind of matches. I like the unpredictability of them. And that's what I like about it. That is one thing I like about it. And as a fan of wrestling for 3 decades, I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, I like the stuff like this.
And I have to agree. I have to agree in the comments. It is a must-see pay-per-view because of this.
Yes,
Because a lot of
this
people
was,
like that. They like that ultra violence. They like that gore. They like all that stuff.
and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna blow Battleground way out of the water. I'm sorry, but a double or nothing is the way to go. I'm sorry, NXT, but you're just not gonna hold a candle to what AEW is about to produce. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the way it is. And let's see who else has. Oh, Robert is here. Let's add Robert to the screen.
Rob, what is up?
Robert, what's up, man?
Sucks to be hey, thank God we're Aces fans because God bless God anybody who's a Storms fan. Good Lord. I'll leave it at that. Just leave that to the imagination. But
Oh, okay. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that I can't wait for Double or Nothing.
I think no what we yet.
I cannot wait to next Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, in Las Vegas. I think the mercury is going to soar in all of these matches. And the unsanctioned match between Jericho and Cole is going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for that.
So Rob, let's listen to this. We have a whopping 4 hardcore matches.
Oh my
four,
God!
You had
The
4
4 pillars match.
hardcore.
We got the 4 pillars match, fatal 4-way, but it's essentially a no DQ match. So that's 1. You got the ladder match. That's 2. You got the Anarchy in the Arena. That's 3. And now we got the unsanctioned match. That's 4.
Damn.
Yeah, 4 delicious matches for you, ladies and gentlemen, on your barbecue plate.
Matches.
On your barbecue plate, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all for you, courtesy of Tony Khan and AEW. And ladies and gentlemen, when Tony Khan books these unsanctioned matches and all of these hardcore matches, what level of these superstars are going to sit with Tony Khan and said, you know what? We need to put the violence up to the upteen level. So you're going to see things like a barbed wire. You're gonna see like forks and knives and dinner. And let me tell you something. This ain't no Dixie plate, paper plate that's gonna be using, ladies and gentlemen. These are trash cans. These are items, ladies and gentlemen, that should not be wrapped around anyone's body. But it will happen. It will happen.
You're gonna
next
see glass
Sunday night.
You're gonna see glass panes.
Oh, jeez. What pizza cutters?
I might say a lot of OSSS blank.
The Domino's thing happened in 2020.
Right.
Even though that's kind of stupid. If you
I don't know why Domino's got so bad. That was proper freaking product placement.
That's great product placement.
Stream Elements, how are you? Hit the like button.
That's my bot.
Okay.
That's a spot. That's a bot.
Okay. So another match, ladies and another bullet point we're going to talk about from last night's Rampage. I'm not a fan of this. I think the Hardys are in a match at Double or Nothing. Here's the thing. I hope that this match is not on the main card. Put this on the pre-show. This is not Double or Nothing worthy. Okay, this is really not Double or Nothing worthy. I don't like even though the tag match is happening. I'm not. I just don't think that this is not pay-per-view worthy. So if you're gonna do that, put it on the 0-hour pre-show. That's fine. I don't have an issue with it. Just make sure that you put it in the proper place.
Yeah.
I
Um,
feel like the issue there is that they would have to put it on main show because it's the Hardys.
yeah, but I
They're
understand.
stars.
I understand that, Tyler. But here's the problem that I have. You have these high octane matches, and then all of a sudden you put in this wah 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 wah, and you don't need a wah wah. You need more octane. You need more high level matches. So you don't want to put in a wonker of a match. You know what I mean? It just brings down the value of the main show.
Oh,
So if
I
you
get that, but that's the problem. It's not a good match to have on paper. But
no, I'm not a
would
fan
have
of it.
their hands are tied. They would have to put it on the main show because of that star power of the Hardy
I
Boys.
I understand. Again, I
And
understand it.
I don't think so AEW doesn't do any do I don't think AEW doesn't even do pre-shows at all. That's the bad. That's the one
Also,
thing.
the match may not happen with Isaiah Cassidy hurt.
Right. So I don't know what's happening
So
with
and
this
it's and
match.
like I said, and like you said, the card is subject to change, so it could be anything.
Well, exactly. Again, like I said before, I'll say it again. If they change it up to something special, okay, fine. Put it on the main show. I don't mind it. But if it's just going to be one of those matches where there's no point to it, don't put it on the. Don't. Please don't. We don't need to have the balloon of expectations be aired out. Um, so so anyway, that was some of the bullet points from Rampage last night. We got some great matches coming up from Double or Nothing. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let everybody know that next Thursday night, the Wrestling Experience, which I'm celebrating 2 years. Um, the Wrestling Experience returns next Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, and Mitch Kofsky and Jeffrey Turner will return to the Wrestling Experience, and they're going to help me predict Double or Nothing and the Night of Champions. So that is two prediction shows in one show. It's going to be a massive show. It's going to be a fun
And
show.
speaking of that too, me and Tara might actually be adding that to our show this coming Thursday night as well. The return of the It's for Me podcast. So we know
Yes, we have to go back to it. We have to go
And
back.
yes, it's real to me podcast. Yes,
yes, sir. Because man,
uh,
wrestling. It's well. Then again, most of the times we not spoiled with enough
Bro,
wrestling.
we've been depriving our people of the freaking content with that, bro.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
I'm trying.
Give me the content.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
we'll stay.
So stay tuned for Robert and Tyler. They do absolute fabulous work together. They are like peanut butter and jelly, ladies and gentlemen. They just go well together. They do. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Elite Talk. We hope that you were entertained by our show tonight. Again, like I said before, Elite Talk returns next Saturday night at 6 p.m. We hope that you'll tune in for that. We'll follow the Night of Champions, and we're gonna have fun with that. We're gonna have fun with the Night of Champions. We're gonna have fun with Elite Talk. I will give you 10-minute praise for this.
Hashtag
Oh,
praise.
I don't think so, Jeffrey. Not in a million years. I'm looking for Gunther to chop the crap out of Mr. Ali, and that'll do it.
Here's Earl's prediction. Let me know if I got this right. Gunther's gonna chop him so hard he's flying out of the damn arena.
Right. Right back to the United States. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, but I digress. Right, but
He's gonna chop him so hard he's gonna cry. He's gonna fly across the globe back to the states.
right. It'll just be like Santa Claus crisscrossing the country. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. I digress.
That's like total net negativity, dude. Yeah, I know that's not positivity. That's like negativity. Like,
I'm
oh, that's like
sorry.
That's capital negativity.
I deeply apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
That's
sorry.
negativity, bro. That's like
I'm
yo,
sorry.
you need a New Day. You need a New Day to come out and freaking interrogate you to get some power of positivity in you, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the way
Hey,
I
New
feel.
Day. Hey, New Day, if you're watching, throw some pancakes on him. He'll be positive.
Or get that bootios.
Or give him that bootios. Make sure he ain't booty.
I think I can't work. Well, yeah. So.
Oh, you mean what do you mean the juice, the booty juice?
Yeah, make sure. I think I'm surprised.
I'm so glad that was. I'm so glad that was
scrapped.
scrapped. I'm so glad that was scrapped.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
And the slogan was worse.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we will return to the streams this Monday night for the Raw Watch Along, the Go Home Show. So I hope that you'll tune in for that. And then, of course, the road to Night of Champions continues with my show, The Wrestling Experience, on Thursday night. Then we have the Night of Champions next Saturday night. We have Elite Talk on the same night. Then we have Double or Nothing to close the Memorial Day weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, with all of that being said, for Tyler, I'm Earl Cole. That is Robert. We will see you all Monday night. Good night, everyone.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.